In the world of competitive video gaming, being just a bit better than the other person could be the difference between going 0-2 in tournaments like me and getting out of pools and potentially going even further in bracket. With sponsorships being offered, more and more players putting tons of time into the game, and the competitive mentality of esports, it's incredibly important to be the best player you can be if you want to win and be successful. But what can you do to improve your game when it comes to Smash to give you that edge to get you past the competition? Today I'm here to give you 5 tips to implement into your training to make you a better player. The first tip to improve your game is to play and try out as many characters as possible. This is not only important for finding what character you are best with and will become your main, but also to give you a feel for all the characters in the cast. Don't just play Cloud and Sheik all the time. Playing the worst characters in the game will push your limits and show you what you are really capable of instead of always abusing the best characters in the game. Then when you go back to your main, new things will open up to you and things will become easier. The same also goes the other way around. If you learn the characters you struggle against or play often, soon enough you will see the openings. When it may seem impossible to approach the god tier Diddy main at your locals, try the character for yourself and see what you struggle with playing as that character. Then new doors open up for you in the matchup and things start to get easier. Having knowledge of the whole cast will greatly improve how you play each character. Punish options and openings will become clear, and you will see the options they choose much easier. And with this knowledge, you are less likely to be caught off guard by lesser played characters. The more knowledgeable you are about the game and its characters, the better player you will be. The second tip is something I find myself guilty of. This is to never practice against computers. High-level CPUs do things like frame-perfect air dodges, rolls, and punishes. They are also just computers, so their actions are calculated based on certain criteria. This is extremely detrimental to your learning process because the biggest part of learning Smash is learning to read and play your opponent, catching habits, reading moves, etc. And if you play against CPUs, you aren't learning these things. You're only learning how to play against and exploit the computers. The best way to practice is playing real people. Smash 4 offers a great online mode where you can hook up and play with players at the push of a button. Granted, Glory isn't the best place to practice either, but it's a lot better than CPUs. There are also a number of resources out there for finding people to play with online, and if you find someone who you enjoy playing with or is really good at a character you struggle against, make them your sparring partner. And offline is definitely better than online, so attend tournaments and practice with a friend whenever possible. Some of the best experience I've gotten as a player has come from playing friendlies at Super Smash Con and Pound last year, and it's the best way to learn and grow. But if you're like me and online is almost never an option, instead of playing the level 9 CPU to get better, put the CPU on level 1 or 2, 99 stocks, and just use them to practice combos and conversions on a moving opponent. It will help you infinitely more than playing a level 9 CPU, which might actually hurt you in the long run. The third way to improve is by watching pro play. Watch your character specialists do their thing and learn from them. Watch their movement options, punishes, and recovery strategies and implement them into your gameplay. If you main Mega Man like me, watch Kameme Vaz until the cows come home. I can't tell you how much I've learned and how much better mechanically I've gotten since he came into the scene. In fact, I watch so much Smash, I'm proficient in almost every character in the game. That is just the beginning of what you can learn and do from watching the pros. There are a ton of resources out there to find these things. Pro players are always streaming on Twitch, as well as an endless supply of tournament VODs out there you should check out. You'd be surprised how much you can learn just by watching. The fourth step is to learn and master the fundamentals. You can know everything about a character, but if you don't know basic spacing, can't recover consistently, or don't understand how to read your opponent, it means nothing. The fundamentals might seem easy, and they are for the most part, but they are easy to learn but incredibly hard to master. The reason the pros are as good as they are is because of their fundamentals. They have been drilled into their heads from years of practice and playing the game, and the consistency they have acquired means they just don't lose as often. Some of the most important things to have is consistency. And if you practice the fundamentals to the point where you don't mess them up, you will instantly see yourself lose less matches. Because fundamentals are the core of your gameplay. Everything you do is built on top of those fundamentals, and if they are lacking, you aren't a complete player. All the tech skill in the world means nothing if you don't have the fundamentals to back them up. The last step to improving is to allocate and eliminate bad habits. In competitive play, habits are what gets you punished and ultimately lose you the game. If you roll too much, any good player will adapt to that and it will be your stock. The best way to do this is to save and watch over your replays. See if you notice anything you're doing too often and work to eliminate that habit. If you're playing with a friend, ask them what you can improve on. Ask them if there's anything they notice that you are doing over and over, or they're constantly punishing you for. The biggest mark of a bad player is habits, whether it be rolling too much, always doing jump get up, always landing with an aerial, etc. Any good player will notice those things, and it will lose you games if your habits are too prevalent. Eliminating those habits will decrease the amount you get punished and will save you from losing in important matches, so it's extremely important to find and eliminate them. One way to implement all of these, and the backbone of most of these tips, is to get involved in the community. Smash is growing so much, and if you have trouble with something, there are tons of resources to help you out. One of the newest and most helpful is the Smash Discords. In the description there is a link where you can find the Discord servers for every character. Want to learn more about your main? Hop in the Discord for that character. Want to learn a matchup? Join the Discord for that character you have trouble with and discuss it with an expert. You can learn new tech, play some friendlies, join crew battles, take place in JMUs, and make a ton of new friends. From what I have experienced, the community is amazing and they are also so well run. This makes these Discords one of the best resources you can have at your disposal as a player who wants to grow, so be sure to check them out in the description. So these are my 5 tips to implement into your training to help you improve your game. They might seem simple, but you'd be surprised how important they are and how well they work. If you guys think there's anyone out there who could benefit from these tips, be sure to share them in this video. And if you have any tips yourself, be sure to leave them in the comments to help others grow and get better as well. As always, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and sub for more, and have a great day, friends.